everyone to our next video, and today I want to talk about the best SEO tools. Maybe I'm gonna talk about more than the top 10. Maybe I'll talk about 15 of the best SEO tools. Not all of them are totally for free, but most of them, I would say, are for free or have some sort of a freemium approach, and you can test them at least for a few searches or for some analysis for free. And this will be just a very general introduction. I'm not going to talk in more detail about the tools, but yeah, this is a good starting point, I guess. And now that we are at the end of 2020, and some of you might start to get into SEO. So over the next year, 2021, I'm gonna certainly talk more about some of those SEO tools in more detail. So I wanna actually start maybe with something I have talked about a few days ago, which is Screaming Frog. I'm gonna link to this video about a very short introduction to Screaming Frog as well. And I'm also going to quickly talk about what this tool is for. So Screaming Frog is an SEO spider which can crawl websites. So you have to download this software to your Mac or computer, and then you can crawl up to 500 pages in the free version and then see a lot of information like about meta title, length, meta description, duplications, 301, 404 errors, and so on. And especially for technical SEO, I can highly recommend this tool. Certainly one of my top 5 tools, maybe even top 3. Next one would be Ahrefs. Ahrefs is actually a company from Singapore, I think, or at least they are incorporated in Singapore, and they started as a backlink checker tool. Nowadays, you can see a lot more things. I mainly use it for still backlink checking, but also keyword position monitoring, or maybe some of you who write a lot of content will know about the content gap. And as you can see, there is also a free trial available. I can highly recommend Ahrefs as certainly also one of my top 10 tools. The next tool would be Systrix. Since some of you know already that I'm half German, Systrix is usually one of the tools that German SEOs or German-speaking SEOs would use. And this is a little bit similar to Ahrefs, or let's say Ahrefs is a bit similar to Systrix. And this tool is actually a paid tool also. It's, I think, roughly 100 euros per tool per month. So they have certain modules. But I do think that they have also a free keyword tool somewhere. And this is also actually available in English. I would say that not only for German speaking SEOs, this might be also something interesting for SEOs who want to optimize English websites in the US, in UK, or even in some Spanish speaking countries. So what can you do with Systrix? I think the main module would be about checking Google rankings in a specific country. So for example, in Germany, I would check which keywords is one of my websites ranking for, and then they would be able to display some of the most interesting keywords. Because they crawl a lot of websites and have many servers, so they can give you a good idea of how the visibility changed over time and what kind of keywords are ranking on which position. And yeah, certainly also a very, very cool SEO tool. which is certainly one of my favorites. Then I would talk about Moz. So Moz is also one of the very familiar and very renowned companies from the US. So as you can see, there's a keyword explorer. However, I'm usually using the link checking tool, which is actually here, the link explorer. And I've seen that, let's analyze quickly Kapwa Marketing again, one of our own websites. Actually, you need to log in. So maybe I can quickly do that. I do have a login here. So this is a free account as well. And as you can see, there are several tools. And as far as I know, the Link Explorer tool is actually very powerful. And I think it gives you some information, not all information, but some information about your backlinks in this case. In this case, you can see that Kapwa Marketing has a few backlinks that you can find here. For example, yeah, from one of my own websites, I've linked to Kapwa Marketing in the sidebar here, for example. So especially when you do off-page SEO or link building, you can see that there are tools out there that can help you to find more about links going back to a website, not only your own website, but also links that go from one certain website to maybe one of your competitors' websites. Yeah, to make it complete, if we talk about links and SEO tools that can show you backlinks, then we certainly have to talk about Majestic. It used to be Majestic SEO. And even here with Majestic, you can create a free account. And again, I can probably log in to my free Majestic account and see how many links they will show. I'm gonna still analyze Kapwa Marketing, and some of the most known metrics would be the citation flow or trust flow. So as you can see, Kapwa Marketing obviously doesn't have too much citation and too much trust flow, at least according to Majestic. But this is probably due to the fact that we've never really done serious backlinking or link building for our website. So I would say if you are engaged in off-page SEO, you would certainly try to, let's say, reach maybe 30 points trust flow or 30 points citation flow. If you analyze more famous websites like New York Times, for example, then you would see a lot of trust flow and citation flow. But as a rule of thumb, I would say something around 30 points is already quite good. So yeah, we've covered 4 tools, I think. I would also mention Siteliner. So siteliner.com. What can you do with Siteliner? You can actually, for example, analyze the internal duplications. So I'm going to analyze our agency website, kapwamarketing.com, and try to find, let's say, duplications, overlapping content, or broken links. It's an awesome tool, again, free to a certain degree. I think once you have a lot of pages that you want to crawl and analyze, then you might look into getting a paid account, and I think then you get credits. I do also use the paid version if I want to also crawl a website more often, then I would need credits. So it's certainly an awesome tool. I can highly recommend it to control your content again, and also the broken links. As a rule of thumb, again, I would say that ideally you don't have more than 10% internal duplications. And let's quickly have a look at this, how much it will show. I think the reason why the duplications for our website are pretty high is because we do have some subfolders, like the Australia subfolder and the root folder for the Philippines, which have the same content, but we solved this problem through hreflang tag. So I'm not gonna dig deeper into this, but again, as a rule of thumb, you should probably aim for 10% and then make sure that there are no broken links. So obviously I have to do some homework and then make sure that that those numbers are much better. Apart from Sideliner, let's dig into page speed tracking with Pingdom. So one of the best page speed tools from my perspective would be Pingdom. So again, if we're going to analyze our own website, you can select where you want to check this. Maybe since Tokyo is quite close to the Philippines, I can start checking from Tokyo. And the cool thing about Pingdom is, so it will crawl your page. In this case, it's the home page, and then give you an idea of how fast the page is loading. And then you will be able to see which parts of the website are causing maybe slow page speed, or since this is now 1.3 megabytes and loading at almost 5 seconds, I might look into optimizing maybe some of the images. So in this case, I could, let's say, have a look at the top 100 entries. And what I would usually look out for are images like this one that have 260 kilobytes almost. So I would click on it and see, okay, this is the header image, and then I could go ahead and maybe compress it and resize it, just the way I have explained in my video about image SEO. Yeah, maybe just to mention one more tool that can that you can check the page speed with, it would be GTmetrix. GTmetrix is also quite good, and then of course the Google PageSpeed tool, which is this PageSpeed Insights. So when it comes to page speed, I'm usually using those three to have 3 different tools that can give me a good idea about page speed. So apart from that, I would certainly mention SERProbot. SERProbot also does have a free version, I think. Not 100% sure, but I do think that, yeah, you do have a free version. So what can SERProbot do for you? Basically, you can define a domain in a certain country where you want to check, for example, rankings for a domain in the Philippines. Again, so you can set the the SERP robot to check your rankings in the Philippines in for this and that keyword, and then monitor keywords. So for example, you want to know SEO Cebu, how is Kapwa Marketing ranking for SEO Cebu in the Philippines in google.com .ph, then this tool would regularly crawl the would crawl the search engine result pages and then give you an idea of where you are ranking with your website. Just give it a go, sign up for free anyway. I think in the free version you can already keep track of a couple hundred keywords, I think. So certainly an awesome tool. I'm very happy that someone in Melbourne, when I was working for an online marketing agency, shared this with me. And ever since, I've been, I think, hiring at least half a dozen of those bots for $5 a month or something. It's really awesome. Yeah. Another tool would be Copyscape. I'm pretty sure that some of you are using it. So this is another tool to keep track of duplications. In this case, it's for external duplications. So for example, you enter a URL here, and then Copyscape can tell you, okay, maybe this content has partially been copied from other sources or the other way around. Maybe other sources have copied from your page and you want to check this. So Copyscape, another awesome tool also to check your content. Opposite to Sideliner, it checks external duplications, and Sideliner checks internal duplications. I think I have mentioned already about 8 tools. So of course, when it comes to SEO tools, you would always mention Google products like Google Analytics, for example. I'm pretty sure that some of you guys have heard of Google Analytics, and I'm not gonna log in. But why is it an SEO tool? Because you can analyze your traffic, you can find out which pages are performing really well, so that you can even improve those pages and get more traffic and improve your site quality, which also has another positive impact on your SEO. While I'm talking about Google, of course, Search Console, Google Search Console is very, very important. So another free tool, and with Google Search Console, you can actually get an idea of how the Google bot is viewing your website. And it gives you an idea which pages are drawing organic traffic, what keywords are you ranking for, where do you have maybe errors. And you can also connect Google Search Console with Google Analytics and then analyze traffic in Google Analytics and see which keywords are generating traffic for you. Yeah, I think maybe to make it 3, I would certainly also mention the Google Keyword Planner. Why is the Google Keyword Planner so important as part of Google Ads? Because it's probably still the best keyword research tool. You can also use the Google Keyword Planner for free. However, you need to sign up, and then I think you might have to enter your credit card details or something. But even without starting a campaign, you are able to use the Google Keyword Planner. Yeah, again, very, very important tool to find out about keyword search volumes in certain countries per month or something. So for example, if I'm a lawyer in New York, I can see, okay, maybe in New York, there are about 5,000 people per month that are Googling for lawyer New York or something. Yeah, and then it gives me an idea, a rough idea at least, about the search volume for a certain keyword or certain keyword phrase. Yeah, I could talk about many more tools. I think we've basically covered already 10. That's why I said maybe I make it a bit more than 10. I would certainly mention archive.org. Why is that so interesting? Because for me personally, it's very helpful to see more about the history about the website. So you can just enter your any domain here. So let's do it again with Kapwa Marketing and see how did our website look like a few years ago. And in this case, you can see that Kapwa Marketing has been crawled the first time in 2018. And in May 2018, you can see how our website was looking like. Sometimes it's helpful to understand that there was maybe a relaunch of a website to explain why it went up or why it went down. Or if you want to get an expired domain, you can see, has this domain been projected before? Or yeah, I find it very helpful to use that Wayback Machine, and that's why I wanted to share this with you. Yeah, I think this is basically plenty for now. I've mentioned a bit more than top 10, but those tools are really very helpful in my day-to-day work as an SEO specialist. And yeah, as usual, please don't hesitate to leave comments, ask questions, write emails, or even send suggestions about future topics. This topic came up in the past days when I was asked about the SEO tools we are using at Kapwa Marketing, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and talk again soon. Bye.